What's going on YouTube, man? Happy Saturday to everybody. Hope everybody had a great Saturday. Me, I just stayed indoors and pretty much studied all day. All right, so in this video, I'm gonna cover 1306s. So a 1306 is a form that you can use for various reasons. They got different forms, they got different manuals attached to it. One of the more common things that you'll use a 1306 for if you want to change duty stations early, or if you just looking to have co-location with a spouse. Now, what you might not know is a 1306 is for the enlisted personnel, and you have a 1301 for the officer personnel. All right, so this is how you get to the 1306. I type in Navy HR 1300 manual, click the first one, go to Meals per Manuals, then you'll click the military personnel, and then you'll find the 1300 series that's for assignment and distribution. And like I said, 1306 is used for a lot of different things. Let me make it a little bigger. So you'll scroll down to the 1306 that we're talking about 1301 for the officer side. Scroll down, scroll down. Here we go for the 1306 for the general enlisted side. So it talks about the enlisted distribution management system, the enlisted assignment system, the type of duty assessment codes, assignment codes, the PRDs, the everything you could ever think of that you want to change in your career. A 1306 form is probably going to be attached to that. So if you don't know, a lot of people do get married in the military. They come in the military and get married. So sometimes they get married to people who is mil to mil, right? And so what's important for those people would probably be co-location. So if you're married to somebody and they're a service member, they might even not be the same branch. For an example, if a Navy personnel was married to an army personnel, but they want to be together, it's possible that they'll be together, but it's not guaranteed they'll be together. But if it was Navy to Navy, they'll try to get them both together on the same duties, around the same duty station. It won't be the same actual station. Like if you worked at a school, your spouse won't work at the same A school. They'll probably try to get them to work at a shipyard close to the A school, or within, I think it was like within 90 miles, but we'll take a look at the instruction right now. All right, like we always talked about, man, just use Control F, that's your control find, and you just start typing in what you think you might be looking for. So if I'm looking for military couple and single parent assignment policy, that's what I'll type in, and so it'll come up, right? So we'll go ahead and click that, make this a little larger. So this policy, the Chief of Naval Personnel supports the coalition of Navy members married and the other military members. Every reasonable effort will be made for the military couple to move together and establish a joint household whenever possible. So they try to keep you there, keep you together if you want to be together. So it's also some caveats to that if you wanted to voluntarily not be co-located. It's some caveats to it. That's why you got to read the instructions, right? So here we go. While there is no established maximum distance between duty stations for co-location, 90 driving miles should be used as a guide when considering co-location requests. So if you do something less than 90 miles, cool. If you get it, that's awesome. But if you get at 90 miles, that's between like what, an hour and a half drive away from each other it'll be. So like, for an example, if you ever lived in Washington on the West Coast, that'll probably be from the distance to Bangor, Washington to Seattle, Washington, or from Oak Harbor, Washington to somewhere else in Washington. Like it'll be close, but it'll be driving distance at least 90 miles. Cause I know some people that did that, and they actually, the husband, he just woke up early and traveled to the other side of Washington, almost, it felt like, while his wife worked at the other side of the state. Navy members desiring co-location must each submit a one-time request with command endorsement to their detailer, noting their military couple status, service of spouse, and spouse's detailer contact information. So that's very important because it's saying that you both have to do this. Like, it's not just one person requesting this. It's going to be a joint effort of both talking to their individual detailers and also making sure pretty much Big Navy knows you're married and you're both in the military. That way you could be helped. So co-location is not always possible. You should be aware of due to difficulties involved in spouse co-location for the preferences. So sometimes you might not get the preference you want. It might be co-location on the West Coast, but you both want to stay on the East Coast. It might not work out that way. This is extremely important, especially if you got people coming up in the military and don't know how things work, to be able to show them in black and white, like, this is the rules that you could follow. That way they could work it out and tailor their life. And obviously, you know, you just want your sailors to be taken care of. You also want yourself to be taken care of too. So here goes some restrictions. Not going to go over too in depth, but the military couples will not be permanently assigned to the same ship or the same shipboard deployable command. That's important too, because you don't want to have any conflict of interest, and you don't want a situation where you both passed away at the exact same time at the same command, especially if there's kids involved. So I imagine that's the lines the Navy was trying to avoid. They just want to, you know, make sure you guys are close to each other, and that way your household can stay firm without you working at the exact same command, having a parallel that way, because then you both could also be deployed at the exact same time. So lastly, I'm gonna talk about the single parents. So single parents assigned to the same duty station procedures as follows. The Navy Personnel Command recognizes the unique situation. So when it's deemed a hardship, like, okay, so like you're a single parent and you're going through abnormal stuff that not a normal sailor will be going through, they will try to get you off of that duty station to where it'll make your life easier. But obviously they got different instructions. It says it right here. For enlisted hardship discharges, referred to the Meals Per Manual 1910-110. For parenthood discharges, referred to this manual as well. So what is a hardship is obviously going to be the question that you will ask, but follow these instructions. Look at the Meals Per. Make sure you're looking at the most up-to-date information. I go to my Navy HR, which you should too, and just start scrolling through and finding these documents that pertain to you, especially if you got something going on and your command is making it hard. Just find black and white and teach them how to handle the situation. So yeah, man, appreciate you guys checking out the video, and I'll catch you next time. Peace.